Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's channel. I'm Kayla.
And I'm Big Daddy.
And here's Phoebe. She's going to join us today because she's right here in Mommy's lap. I wanted to come on and update you all and let you know that I'm doing much better, much better right now. Yesterday was really rough, and I did have some very old morphine pills. I don't know how old they were, but I saw that one of them was filled at Super Ones, and that was a long time ago.
I don't know why you still got them, but
I don't know why they were even hanging around in the bottom of this drawer in there or whatever, but they weren't helping. I did try to take the morphine pills, but they didn't do nothing for me because they're so old, their potent's going away in them. And then last night, let me say, a few weeks ago, I went to the ER and they gave me some pain medicine, and I got it filled. It was a liquid pain medicine. Do you know what it was?
yeah, oxycodone.
Okay, so they gave me that, but it was way too strong for me, so I didn't take it. And so this is the prime opportunity for me to take it. So last night, Big Daddy got it, and I don't know how much he gave me of it or anything, but he gave me some of it last night, and it helped tremendously. Just getting that, what is it, the opiate or whatever?
Oxycodone.
Yeah.
The opiate.
Yeah, so just getting that in me, which I don't know why I'm explaining it. He can explain drugs a lot better than me. You want to explain that?
Just your receptors are getting an opiate now. Your receptors in your brain are getting an opiate, so you're not in withdrawal now.
Yeah.
So it's not the perfect substitute for the morphine,
no,
but you're not in withdrawal right now.
I'm much better right now. Like, my legs are still hurting so bad. Like, the bones in my legs just hurt. I don't even know how to explain that hurt, but
opiate withdrawal.
They hurt really bad. Yeah. But I'm not just sitting here flopping around like a fish.
Now we know that pump takes about 4 months to run out.
If I don't use the boluses that much.
So we're going to go in there and we're going to say at the 1st of September you're going to
No, I have an appointment August 1st.
Okay.
So I'm back on schedule.
Right.
That's what happened last time is I went to the hospital and didn't go to the office. So therefore an appointment wasn't made for me.
So.
This time an appointment was made, and I never miss those appointments. It's just, like I said yesterday, like, I deal with so much, that it's just all overwhelming. It is, and that's the thing that tends to itself, unless it needs refilling. But that's the thing that tends to itself, and so it's easy to just push that out of my mind and not worry about it and not do what I need to do to get it on schedule.
Until it doesn't tend to itself.
Right. But, I mean, I'm so overwhelmed with everything that's the one thing that I was able to just not stress about until it's too late. So, I mean, I really feel like it's my fault. But it's just a lot.
You get the field in the morning.
I know, I can't wait. I cannot wait till in the morning, but I'm really so much better tonight than I was last night.
Yeah.
Last night I was just a mess. And flopping around like a dang fish.
We've only got so much of that medicine, so.
I know, I was going to ask you how much more I got left.
Not much.
But to get me through.
Yeah, not to get you through tomorrow.
Okay.
That's about it. So we can't let it run out again.
No. Oh, no. But I'm back on schedule with their appointment, so.
Good.
It's good. Oh, but anyway, if you've never been on any kind of drug withdrawals, be thankful. But also, when people, I can see where people, you know, get addicted to drugs so easily. What you're going to do is you're going to take more drugs. And a lot of people, it happens through a doctor's office. You know, a lot of times people get it, and he deals with drug addiction every day. And so he understands and has compassion for people, and that's kind of his heart.
A lot of doctors don't understand addiction, believe it or not, and you know they'll just throw opiates at somebody and just throw opiates because it's easy to do. You know, back in the opiate epidemic with the oxycodone and all that, where people were dying because they were overdosing. It weren't that they were dying and overdosing. They would cut people off, just cold turkey, just stop them. You know, well, that person, when they couldn't get their opiates, well, what are you going to do? You're going to go out and get heroin because it's an opiate, it's morphine. And people would go out and get heroin, and it would be cut with all kind of crap, fentanyl, and they would be just overdosing and dying because they were just trying to maintain the status quo, and they couldn't.
What is it?
Thankfully, we had this oxycodone liquid here, and that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to sit here like this right now if it wasn't for that medication, because it's okay. The cats come around and they come up over here to come around climbing on furniture, and Phoebe's been watching it the whole time. I did have something like this to happen before. When I had this finger amputated years ago, probably like in 2014. I was in the hospital for several months, for about a month.
For about a month, yeah.
But I was in the hospital, and they were feeding me Dilaudid, like
and Demerol, alternating
around the clock. I mean, didn't miss a dose. And I was in the hospital getting that, and then
they were giving it to her every hour on the hour, big doses of it, and then they just stopped.
Well, no, that ain't what happened.
It is.
No, it's not. I ended up, they transferred me to another hospital, and I had the finger amputated. The team of doctors run all the same tests and all, and that's actually when they diagnosed me with Scleroderma, but I told them that I wasn't going to accept that diagnosis, and so I just pretended like I didn't have it. But anyway,
how'd that work out?
It didn't work out too good. But anyway, and so one morning I woke up, and it was a morning like I had already had the finger amputated, and I woke up, and from about center of my chest down to my knees was in tremendous pain. I mean, it was on the front side of my body, from my chest down to my knees was in so much pain, and I was trying to get up to go to the bathroom, and it hurt so bad. It felt like I had had a cesarean. It felt like I had had my stomach cut open and had a cesarean. I was holding my stomach. It hurt so bad. The nurse came, and I told her I was hurting so bad, and she said, "Let me go get you a pain pill." So she went and got me some pain medicine, and it was Dilaudid. And she came back and gave me that, and she said, "It's probably hurting from laying in the bed." And I was like, okay. And then I laid there, and I was in such pain, but my back wasn't hurting. And I was like, how could this be from my back, from laying in the bed? My back don't hurt. It's my front side. It's really hard to explain. And so I called him. He was at home because it was early in the morning. He hadn't got up yet and came to the hospital. And I called him, and I told him, and he said he knew exactly, immediately. He knew what was happening. He said, "Don't take any more pain medicine. Just wait. We'll get you off of it," because they were discharging me, actually.
Well, they were discharging, and they didn't give you anything else. They offered you Tylenol at the hospital, but they did give you a prescription for an opiate.
Yeah.
And when they didn't give her the opiate on time when she should have got it, well, then when they started going into withdrawal.
Well, this is what happened. This is why I started going into withdrawal. Because I had the finger cut off. They was giving me that medication around the clock all that time.
Yeah, trying to save it.
And then whenever I had the finger cut off, they were giving me in the recovery, they were giving me morphine, I believe, shots in recovery. And then they sent me back to my room, and they stopped giving me the shots. They might have gave me a couple more shots for pain. Then they dropped me down to the pill, and my body was like, "No, we want that more. We want that better stuff."
You know, you already got addicted to it. At that
Yeah.
point.
Then my body was like, we want the better stuff. We want the good stuff. And because they were weaning me off of that, to come on home or whatever, because I was supposed to be discharged that day. So they were like stepping me down, but they stepped me down a little too quick.
Yeah.
And my body was like, no, give me that good stuff. But anyway, thankfully, they discharged me. But when they discharged me, this hand, I just had a finger chopped off. It did not hurt, not one bit. I walked out of that hospital holding my lower stomach as if I had had a cesarean surgery. I held my stomach. It felt like I had my stomach cut open. And so after we got home, thankfully Big Daddy knew what he was doing and had, some sense. He gave me back the morphine, not the morphine, the Demerol, and chopped it up in little tiny pieces. And he weaned me off of it.
I don't know how many milligrams we had and knew how many days it would take. And
yeah. He weaned me off of it.
Right.
But it still took some time to get over that because it was rough.
Well, it took a week to get you off,
Yeah.
You weren't hurting.
Yeah, to get me off of it. But even after that, it was still a little rough time.
Yeah.
So I did have that experience that time back in 2014. And so therefore going through that, it helped me understand people who are on drugs and can't get off. Because, yeah, if you'd offered me a morphine shot or morphine or any kind of drug right then, I'd have took it. If you told me you take this and your pain goes away, I'd have took it. And so I can totally understand how easy it is to get addicted to drugs. And I know people out there are on drugs.
Literally, your brain can be addicted to opiates within 5 days. 5 days.
And it's just unreal. I know people on drugs get a bad rap. People talk bad about drug addicts and all, but I can see how easy it is. I really can. I can see how easy it is for them to get addicted, and it's just a cycle. What are you going to do? Be in pain or take the medicine? Take more drugs. You're going to take more drugs.
Yep.
If you got it available. Like yesterday, I would have took anything, okay? Thankfully, we had that medication in the fridge that I never took because it was too strong for me.
Thankfully, you had Big Eddie and knew what he was doing.
I love you.
I wasn't going to let you take none of the other crap.
I love you, baby.
I love you, too.
I don't know what I'd do without him.
You had your Britney Spears moment yesterday.
Oh. I've been going through the sweats, okay? Freezing cold, sweating, freezing cold, sweating. I wanted him to shave my head. He wouldn't shave my head.
No. So she had her Britney Spears moment yesterday, so.
Oh gosh. seriously. Just to break out in just a sweat.
One of us got to maintain a level head at some point on.
and then just a few minutes later be freezing cold and can't get warm, and you're just like shaking trying to get warm, and you're all wrapped up in the blanket, and then a few minutes later you're just throwing that cover off because you're just sweating so bad.
Well, she kept telling me she was hot and cold and hot and cold, and I think, well, she's 50-something years old. You're having hot flashes,
I knew what it was because I was already hearing that alarm.
And yeah, well.
But you didn't think about it.
Mm-mm. And then she sit down and explain what all her symptoms were. I go, yeah, you're an opioid withdrawal. So let's work on this.
Yeah, but anyway.
I'm keeping a check on her, making sure she's okay.
I made it through without shaving my head. Although this morning, okay, Paige came this morning. Thankfully, she came and I was asleep, but she came in there and she couldn't tell if I was asleep or not, I guess. Do you have that problem too? You got that problem.
Yeah, I have that problem too.
And she couldn't tell if I was asleep.
Stand there and stare at you, make sure your chest is still rising and falling.
She couldn't tell if I was asleep or what. And she said, "Are you awake?" And I jumped. And I was like, "Oh, hey, Paige," you know. And so she gave me my meds, cleaned up my feeding tube. It was leaking around it, and this pad had actually came off. And she got it all cleaned up. And she gave me my medications and all that kind of stuff. And then I hadn't ate anything. And so I asked her if she'd fix me some chicken broth and let me just, you know, try to get that in, because I've been sweating so much. I've been peeing like crazy the first day or 2 days or so. I was peeing like crazy, like I couldn't even make it to the bathroom. I can't even tell you how many times I had to change clothes. And this is too much information, but it's real talk, okay? It's real talk. It's TMI. But if you've been here any amount of time, you know TMI is on the table. And so I was having muscle cramps. I think from just peeing so much and sweating so much. And so she fixed me some chicken broth, and I drank that. It was yummy. It was yummy, I tell you. But
you didn't eat anything yesterday.
I know I didn't eat anything, and right now my ankles and feet are so skinny. My ankles and feet are so skinny right now. Too bad they're
That's because you've had them up in the bed.
Yeah, I know. And I peed all the fluid out of me, pretty much. But I was gonna say something. Where was I going? Oh, so anyway, after I had the chicken broth this morning, I got a hot flash. I mean, I had a hot spell, and I went in the bathroom and I got a wash rag, and I was just squeezing cold water on my face and just letting it run down. And Paige was sitting there watching me. I said, "Is there any way I can talk you into shaving my head?" She's like, "No."
Better not.
But anyway, it's been rough. But I want to let you all know that I'm coping right now. That thankfully that medicine in the refrigerator has helped so much. Not perfect, but it's helped a lot.
Better.
Yes, way better. My muscles still hurt real bad, like they're hurt really bad. And my bones in my legs.
That should go away by tomorrow evening.
Yeah, by the time I get my pump refilled tomorrow, and
that should go away.
Yeah. That'll be much better, but I want to let everybody know. I know you're all worried about me, and I want to let you know that I am okay. I'm, suffering through it.
You will be okay.
Yeah, I will be okay.
As okay as you can be.
By tomorrow night. Ugh. But right now, I'm managing.
Yeah.
I'm managing right now. And so, anyway, our Big Daddy ended up coming home early from work. He called and checked on me several times today, and
he's worried about it.
So he came home early because he was worried about me, and then I've been sleeping all evening. But then I told him, I said, I feel like I need to sit up for a little bit because I was miserable in the bed, just wallowing around. I couldn't get comfortable because I'd been there so long.
You have to sit up periodically.
And so I told him to help me get to the living room and sit in there and talk to me for a minute. So we've been in here talking. And I said, we really need to do a video and update. So he set us up to do that. Oh, it's been rough, ain't it, baby?
It has. Well, for you it has.
Oh, okay. So let me tell you about my medication for the reflux. Okay, so I can't remember the name of it. Do you?
No.
It starts with a B. I told about it. I showed the bottle and everything. Not last night's video, but the night before, I believe. If you want to know the name of it, I don't have it in here with me. But so the pharmacy. Well, you explain it. You talk to them. Insurance won't even fill it.
Insurance won't even look at it.
Speak up a little bit louder.
I'm talking louder than you are. The insurance, when I called the pharmacy today, because when I looked on the website for CVS, they said that they had put in for a different prescription. It didn't say that they needed a PA or anything like that. It just said that they put in for a different prescription. So when you call CVS, you don't get to talk to anybody anymore. You have to talk to a computer, and that just aggravates the fire out of me anyway. But because you're trying to explain something to a computer and it's not understanding what you're saying. But anyway, so they called me back and we talked me and the pharmacist talked for a little bit. And I'm like, well, look, y'all need to figure out what's going on because, if y'all going to assume responsibility for her medical care, we'll go that direction if you want to. But, I want to know why y'all have just put in for a different prescription rather than trying to get a PA. So the pharmacist looked and she told me that the insurance company just said no. They're not even going to look at it. So she looked on the website for the company and...
The insurance company wants to give me medicines that I've already had.
Yeah.
Like the Prilosec and the Protonics. I've already had those.
The stuff that don't work.
And that does not work at all. This medicine worked instantly in 2 days. I was not refluxing at all. Like that medicine took all the reflux away.
No. So tomorrow, when we get done with the morphine pump, we're going to ride over to the GI doctor, which is just a couple of miles away. We're going to go see her again, unannounced, obviously.
Hopefully she's in her office.
Hopefully she'll be there.
We don't know her schedule. Like a lot of doctors have like certain days they're there and certain days they're somewhere else or whatever. But hopefully we can get in to see her, tell her what's going on.
Yeah.
Hopefully get some more samples.
Because they only gave her 5 days worth of samples, and tomorrow's the 5th day. So after tomorrow, if we don't get any more, she's going to be right back in the same position she was in. But even with the insurance,
that medication on its own is like $900.
Yeah. It's insane.
I know.
And with insurance, even with like the discount card and all that, it would only not like $275 off of it.
Golly.
Yeah.
That's crazy that medication can cost so dang much.
But some insurance companies will do more than that. Not insurance companies, medications, pharmacies, big pharma, however you want to say it. Some of those will actually do more than that, but it doesn't look like this one will. So we're going to try to get the doctor to call them and see or call the insurance company and see what we can figure out.
Yeah, I'll see what they can work out.
This is the only thing that's brought her any relief, so we got to work something out.
We have Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana Insurance, and I swear they try to get out of everything. I guess all insurance companies do.
It's a racket.
But it's aggravating. They don't pay for any of my formula for my tube feeding. They will not pay 1 penny on my formula.
They consider it a supplement.
They did that with Elijah too, when he was tube fed. But they don't cover a lot of stuff that I need, and stuff they will cover. They won't cover the good one. They'll cover the bad one. The one that don't really help you.
Yeah, the cheapest one they can get is what they want to cover.
But our insurance costs a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Every 2 weeks, we pay a chunk of money to insurance.
Yeah. And I only pay 75% of the premium. 25% of the premium. The company picks up the other 75%. I mean, it's unreal how much that costs.
So they are getting a lot, because I know we personally pay a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. But I'm hoping the doctor can call.
You sure won't ask her to.
I'm going to ask her, because my doctor that I've seen for 20-something years. How long have I seen Dr. C? Since Dakota was in high school.
Yeah, since Elijah was little, yeah.
Since Dakota was in high school, I remember, because he took me out to see Rutherford. And Rutherford's the one that got me going over to Oshner's. And then he said I was out of his league. And Sam got me into seeing.
About 15 years.
It's 20, ain't it?
Well, Dakota's only, what, 32?
Dakota's 33.
Okay, he's 33. He graduated when he was 18.
So anyway,
15 years.
That doctor in particular, he has, before when insurance wouldn't cover something, he said, "Do you have your insurance card on you?" And I said, "Yeah." And I gave it to him. He turned it over and he called the insurance company. He's done that twice in his office. Called the insurance company and went around and around with them, and
You get mean with them too.
he gets mean with them.
But sometimes you have to. I mean, Dr. Weiss used to do that. And he would, he'd tell them where do y'all want to send the lawsuit to? Because if y'all don't want to assume responsibility for the care, then we're gonna give it to you.
But hopefully, I mean, I'm gonna ask her, was she called the insurance company, or was she also? Is there anything she can work out with the medication itself? I can't think of what you call it. Too bad I can't. The manufacturer.
The manufacturer, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whoever owns the patent, yeah.
Yeah, and they do not have a generic for that.
No, they don't. It's a new one, so there's no generic for it.
And when she said it's new on the market and it's the best medication out there, she wasn't lying. It is. But I don't know if she didn't know the price or what. I don't know. But like you said, the insurance company won't even must touch it. So I don't know. Hopefully, she can work something out tomorrow.
You're starting to squirm.
Huh?
You're starting to
I
squirm.
know, my legs are hurting real bad. And I feel like I have a lot of pressure in my muscles. I don't know if that makes sense, but my face just feels like it's a lot of pressure all over my face. And my legs are just
it's not quite time for another dose yet.
Starting to twitch and jerk a little bit. But I don't know. Phoebe, you got to see your daddy. You got to see your daddy. So in the morning, I have to be at the hospital at 12 tomorrow.
Yeah. So.
That was an add-on, so I'm the last person of the day. So that means I'm NTO after midnight. That means I won't have tea. I don't see what it would hurt to drink a little bit though.
No, we can't stop aside. You and Theo.
So that's gonna be the hard part about me, is not having tea to sip on all day and make it through 12 o'clock. For that surgery, for that, and then
AM?
I don't know. I feel like I'm going down. I feel like I'm going down a little bit.
You are. I do too.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to make that video. This video while I was feeling halfway decent there for a moment. When can I take some more medicine?
Got another hour.
Oh, I'll make it an hour. Maybe if I stop, if I don't go so fast down, might be in there shaving my head.
I'm not gonna let you shave your head. I'm gonna tell you now. That ain't happening.
If you were sweating as bad as I was.
It don't matter. It don't matter. You're not shaving your head.
The other night I was sweating so bad, I just went and sat in the shower, sat on the shower stool, and just sat there.
I wonder why it was all wet like that.
Yeah, and I was just, oh, it was miserable. Anyway, Big Daddy, what else you know?
That's it. Just giving everybody an update.
He went to work, worked half a day today.
Yeah.
Off tomorrow. And Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday you work. Friday I have a eye doctor's appointment. We'll see what time that is. I think I'll be able to drive myself.
I hope so.
I hope so too. Might could see if Paige could take me, but Paige has a lot of things that she does. There's another lady that lives out here. Paige takes her grocery shopping and takes her to her doctor's appointments. She does something with her about every day. And they go out to eat a lot and stuff like that. It's one of her neighbors over there, her sissy. And Paige also has an autistic son, and so she has to do a lot with him. So she may not always be available for things like that. But she faithfully comes to my house. Unless she's sick, she'll let me know, because she knows, that I don't want to catch anything. So she's always very respectful and tells me when I'm sick. Tells me when she's sick. And, or if her husband's sick, or, whatever. But, I don't know.
His name's Hank, right?
Yeah. But I do need to go to that eye doctor appointment, because I've been waiting on that, because my vision has gotten worse. So I don't need to miss that appointment.
Hope you see that train.
What? What?
I hope you see that train.
At the end of Harmon?
Yeah.
That was really bad. There's a train over here, and there's always
somebody getting killed right there.
People get hit by.
Because they try to beat the gate. It's the stupidest thing in the world. Go around the gate, You don't play chicken with a train.
There is always a death down there if somebody got hit by a train. That's why he made that joke, which was really a sick joke.
But people can be just.
What do you think is going to happen?
Idiots.
If a train hits you, That's why I wonder, is that half of those people, are they suicidal? Because you gotta know the train's gonna hit you.
Yeah.
So I think some of those people might be suicidal and just use the train, because it's a lot of deaths down there. Between our house and the hospital, there's a train. It's in our community, actually.
Yeah,
The hospital's just outside our community.
Yeah. Not
very far out of our community, and people get hit by that train all the time.
Can't wait 5 minutes on the train.
Right. How much people are in such a rush nowadays. The train's going to be, 10 minutes of your day? You can't just sit there for 10 minutes.
I enjoy it. I turn Elvis up and off we go.
Look at your phone for 10 minutes. I don't know. Sissy's sitting on the table right here beside me over on this side, just watching us.
Phoebe's right here. Where's the other one at?
Sassy's probably hiding because Phoebe tried to jump on her. Yeah, you was being an ugly girl. Being an ugly little girl, wasn't you? I did want to thank you all for your prayers.
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much. And my stomach's alarming right now. Can you hear it? You can hear it.
No. Sure. I had to have my hearing aids in in order to hear that.
Well, I can't hardly hear it either. And then when I first heard it last week, I thought it was my computer.
Surprise!
I thought it needs to be louder. It really does, because it's very faint. I can barely hear it. I know one time before I was able to catch it on video and you guys could hear it, but it needs to be louder because I can barely hear it. And I heard something one day and I thought it was my computer, and then I heard it the next day, which I'm sure it alarmed several times in one day. I just didn't hear it. And the next day I heard it, and I asked him, "Did you hear that?" And he said no, because he was in there with me. And so I was like, I don't know if that was my computer or if it was me.
Turns out it was her.
So I really don't know why they don't make that alarm a little louder on these machines. But I do want to say this.
Can you imagine being on an airplane and your alarm start going off where everybody could hear it?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But I do want to say this pump has changed my life.
Oh, yeah.
So much. Like, I'm still 100% for this pump. Yes, I'm having issues right now, but overall, I'm 100% for this pump. This pump allows me to function. It allows me to have a little bit of life. It ain't a great life, it ain't much, but I'm able to function and do.
Mm-hmm.
Without this pump, I'm in so much pain daily that I can't do anything. I can't function. My life's not worth living without this pump.
Mm.
With the pump, it gives me, it doesn't take away 100% of your pain, but it's targeted pain that goes to certain.
Makes it tolerable.
It does make it very tolerable and makes it where I can function. This pump has these tubes. This pump's in my side of my abdomen over here, and then there's tubes that run around to the vertebrae, and they put those tubes in according to where they want to target your pain. I don't understand how all that scientific stuff works, but according to what pain it's supposed to target is where they place it in your vertebrae. And so they got mine placed where I need it, and it helps me so much in that area. And like I said, that doesn't mean you're not going to ever have pain and you're not going to hurt or stuff like that. Yeah, you stub your toe, it's going to hurt like crazy for a moment, but
You still get headaches and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, you still get headaches and normal aches and pains.
Her body pain.
But my overall body functioning pain is so much better with this pump. I'm still behind this pump 100%. Yes, I'm going through a crazy, crazy thing right now. Oh, it's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
And like I said, I've just been so overwhelmed with all my doctor's appointments, medications, being sick, and just everything going on. It was so easy just to ignore this, since it was tending to itself and running good, and
Not think about it. Not necessarily ignore it, but just not think about it.
not think about it, not worry about what have I got to do for it. It's so easy just to do that. But anyway, I guess we better get off here. My legs are starting to hurt more and more. Sitting here. How much longer have I got before I can have pain medicine?
About an hour.
I might can tough it out. I'll probably give it to me right when I'm about to shave my head.
Don't want you to shave that head.
Alright guys, I thank you all so very much for hanging out with me and Big Daddy and Phoebe. Phoebe girl. And I'm so thankful that we remembered that medicine in the fridge. I think, like when I tried to take that before, it was way too strong for me. I couldn't take that medication. But
Hadn't bothered you this go around.
And this is where I'm taking it now. Alright, guys.
All right.
Bye, friends.
See y'all
Love
later.
y'all.
Bye.